What's going on, guys? Zayon1000 back at it again with another Raid Shadow Legends video. I ran into some issues. I recorded an entire thing with no audio, so we're gonna go over this again. Go into the Call Arbiter. Obviously, you guys know that the video's up and everything. Code is Ambition, as you can see right there. Then when you come over here and you click on this, if you click share and click copy, you'll automatically be able to claim it. I have a Twitter, so obviously I'm going to share it over to Twitter. So start off the video with that real quick. In the middle of my video, I was like, all right, you know what? Because we're going to be getting this champion right here, Lady of Ireth, and she is going to be a Sylvan Watchers, and she is godly, I'm telling you. So I'm going to show you that real quick. But in the middle of the video, I was like, all right, you know what? I might have to do some buying to get some stuff. And this pack literally pops up on my face. And it's like, hey, I heard you might want to get a legendary champion. And I'm like sitting here like, listen, for $100, I don't know if I can, but we'll see. Because, I mean, it is 4 and the books. Let's not even go and talk about that right now. But all right, let's see. We'll show the champion again. Stop it. So this is her right here. Her A1 instantly activates one random continuous heal buff on all allies with less than 85% HP. So if you're in clan boss and all your people are knocked down to like 50% HP and she's gonna, boom, pop that continuous heal. Now, if you have somebody else on your team that has a buff extender, it's even better because then you can just keep extending those continuous heals constantly and she can just keep popping off a heal every turn. Now, she does another ability right here. Removes all debuffs from a target ally, then heals them by 40% of their max HP, and it can be critical. So she's basically apothecary on steroids. Because not only that, if you only want to build her with a crit, if the target ally is not fully healed, places a block damage buff for 2 turns. If the ally is fully healed, then they fill the turn meter by 50%. So if you want to build it as a crit and get those awesome super duper heals, great. If not, still heals and puts a block damage, so it doesn't even matter at that point. Then you have Strengthen and Continuous Heal. Strengthen and Continuous Heal on 1. Her passive places a shield buff equal to 15% of this champion's max HP on the ally with the lowest HP for 2 turns at the start of this champion's turn. Champions like this are amazing. You have her, Scylla the Drakes, and then like Cardiel. You got 3 insane heals every single turn. Cardiel's hit does 10% heal to everybody when he attacks with his A1. So the Drake's does 10% every time it's her turn. Every time it's her turn, she's getting somebody with a shield. And then you have that A1, boom, pop off another heal. She is a godly healer. And there is one other person. What is her name? It's definitely not here. Where is this? That you compare her with and she would be insanely OP. Is she an undead? It's a blue champion that I'm looking for. Dark Elf, maybe? It's not Mithrala. Although, let me see. No. Demon Spawn, maybe? Her. Oh my god. This is gonna be broken. Like, you could put those two together in a freaking... in a PvP arena team, along with, like, UDK, Ultimate Death Knight. And the amount of healing that is going to be constantly going off with UDK just taking all the damage, I'm not going to look forward to those builds. That's going to be a nightmare. Ugh. But anyway, Yes, I know. I'm gonna buy you. Stop. Go away. Oh. Anyway, just wanted to let you guys know where I'm at on this as well. I did want to put that promo code in the beginning so that way you guys can see it. If you don't want to go any further, great, you know. But if you want to see where I'm at on my stuff for the fusion, let's go over to it. So I have 2 of them, basically, and when that champion training event is available on the weekend, I will get them up to 50, so that'll be good. I have 3, so any event that I do, I will get the last one that I need to get to him. This one right here, I gotta finish. Is it Dungeon Divers? Yes, it's Dungeon Divers, which I'm going to do with my Fire Knight tournament. So I'll get the last one probably from here because it's very easy, but I'll probably also clear Fire Knight for doing it. Let's see. So Fire Knight, stage 20. I could go higher, but basically I'll clear that, get enough. I have 46 auto battles available that I can do. Go in there. And my team, I feel Ornn is criminally underrated. I think he is one of the best Sylvan Watchers. He has an AoE attack that also puts poison sensitivity and 2 poisons on them if you have him built with high enough accuracy. My accuracy is, I think it's 413. Not terrible, not the best, but it's still high compared to a lot of other people's. HP is decent. So I love him. And then when I'm doing clan boss or when I'm doing certain things, I'll pair him with Claude and get the increased accuracy off of that and speed. So that's a really good build for me. So for Fire Knight, remember, you're always going to want to check your affinities. So for him, obviously, it's a force affinity. I'm using mostly spirit and then my voids, so that way I can do that. I could take out my Celiac Ornn and see how she would do. But the problem that I run into whenever I use her is that, at least with this team right here, I would have to swap out Pythion with UDK probably because she's squishy. And without the shield from UDK or any other person that you have that can pop a shield onto her, she's going to get hit like 2 times and just die. So Pythion will just basically keep reviving her over and over again. But put that in there. I'll let you see the run. It's not that terrible. Basically what I do, I couldn't get on earlier today, so I couldn't start my auto runs. And I couldn't do my clan boss earlier, so I'm not going to fully clear Ultra Nightmare today. I did 1 key Nightmare, which I pretty much do all the time anyway. But it does take roughly 3 keys for me to do the Ultra Nightmare. I do want to go over my champions at the end of this, just to see if there's anybody that you guys think that I should level up. And I want to go over 2 other things after this run that you guys see. I may just skip ahead so that way you guys can get there and see it, but it's not that long. It's about 2.5, 3 minutes for this run. But whenever you have something like this for Spirit, if it's Spirit Affinity, you can bring Gentoro in here. Gentoro does a weaken and a decreased defense and a turn meter steal. He's phenomenal. I feel like everybody else just only uses him in Clan Boss because of his Oni's Rage, which at the end of this I will show you. But when it is Force Affinity, I was going to get Ruella up. Ruella is amazing. Her 2 attacks attack 3 times each. Her A1 does an increased turn meter fill for every critical hit that you do. So, and it's 5%, so it goes up 15%. I'll show that at the end. And then her A2 has a decreased defense, a weaken, and a decreased speed. So you get 3 of them in one hit. If you build her with like 400 accuracy, 450, 500, whatever you want to do. She is a attacker, so she is attack based. So take that into account on how much you need to spread around your stats. But it's just bringing in defense-based champions and HP-based champions are usually a safer bet, unless you have 100, different options to choose from. Most of my champions aren't even geared out because silver is such a nightmare and pain in this game. Every time there's an event for a free, stripping of your gear, I do it. I did it last time, and I re-geared maybe 15 people. I still have another 15, 20 more to re-gear, but to level up their gear to the point of them being viable again, that's where I'm at. It sucks. I feel like moving gear around shouldn't cost anything. Taking it off, putting on another champion, that way you can try out your builds. Because not only do you need a build for PvP and then Hydra and Clan Boss and other places, it would just it would make PvP more realistic in this game and more of a possibility, because then you can choose champions and be like, all right, cool, I'm going to take these guys into PvP and then I'll put them back over for PvE. But you can't do that. But as you can see, run's not terrible. Let's see, is that something that I keep? HP, attack, accuracy? Yeah, sure, why not? Accuracy, yes. We'll keep that. All right. Yeah, bro, you see? It's stalking me. It knows. Look, I know. Go away. Anyway, like I said, I wanted to show you Gintoro. He's got that decreased defense weaken. Most people do not remember that he steals 100% of the turn meter. So my Gintoro does have over 300 accuracy to land his abilities. And then Ruella down here, I need an accuracy banner on her to get her over the 200. And then hopefully get up some of her other stats here, but she's not fully. And some masteries. So we'll get another 5% because I will probably go into the accuracy one for her as well. But right here, you can see it. Attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff, a 25% weaken, and a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. That ability is amazing. And not only does she have a 40 increase to accuracy in dungeons, she also has a turn meter fill right here with an increased crit rate. So if you don't have to rock in, if you don't have cardio to do your increased crit rate, right there you go. Turn meter fill, increased crit rate, and then once you have her at 100% crit rate, every time she hits with her A1 ability, she's gaining 15% turn meter. This champion, beautiful, love her, amazing. I feel like that's pretty much it that I need to talk about. When it comes to Gnut on Sunday, I will summon him. I will get up his gear build and we'll see what we can do with him, and then I'll put out a video on that. And I am, like I said, I really want this to be a community of people learning together and building together. So as far as the champions that I have, if you think there's champions that I should be using, that I should level up, because I do have these 3 in waiting. They are fully booked out. I'm just needing the sacrifices to get them up, the food. I'll show you the champions that I have here, whichever ones. I know I gotta get some up for Faction Guardians as well. I gotta get her up, him, her, him. But if there's champions that you guys are using, then maybe I'm not looking at or not even focusing on or haven't even crossed my radar yet as something that I should be leveling up, you just see, go through all my champions. I'll try and go through them slow, but at the same time, not waste your time. And then we'll go into the vault. I do have to get Scylla the Drakes up. Trunda, I just got 2 or 3 weeks ago. Haven't even messed with her. And then Gnut came out. Philia, whatever her name is, Philia. She is amazing. I used her. I had her since probably my 3rd or 4th week playing, and I was using her a lot. Aox, same thing. So as you can see, I gotta get him up. I know Fenshi apparently is phenomenal for clan boss. I just don't know where I would fit him in. So there's a lot that I have that I just can't gear. So it's these two are amazing tanks. He has an ally protect right here, ally protect. Let me put him to my collection and show you real quick. Where'd you go? I miss you so. There we go. Okay. Ally protection, increased defense. So he should be for my Spirit Affinity team, my ally protector. But I am getting White Dryad Nai up, who already has it and strengthened. And I did do her in a regen build specifically for this right here. Whenever the champion is healed, heals each ally except this champion by 20% of that heal. So every turn she is doing a heal on everybody that I have. So I was actually going to put her in the Immortal set, but it would be a very small heal. If it's stacked together into one heal, it'd be awesome. But as long as I got this on her, I think she'll be fine. She'll be able to heal everybody. And then I'll have Cardio as well doing his heal. So I'm not too worried about that. So I do gotta get her up. And then let's continue through. So like if you see anybody that I know I need to get up, I know I gotta get my Painkeeper up, I gotta set up my Seeker, Demitha, Painkeeper, Unkillable team. I'm just... I gotta get money. I gotta gear these people. So, you know, I gotta get him up for Faction Wars. There's a lot of champions that I wish I could play with, that I could mess around with and try. But it's just having the money to do it, the silver. And, you know, him for Sylvan Faction, or him for Sylvan Faction. Some of these other people in here, and these. So I made a video before. My reserve vault is literally just for Faction Guardians. As you can see, all of them have the little flag right here, the insignia. They are all Faction Guardians people that I use. They're just stored in there because they're just Faction Guardian. So if there's anybody that you guys see that, you know, maybe I should try and level up, see what I need to do. I am going to get Gnut up first, obviously. See, it comes back to me every time. It's like, hey, you. And I'm like, no, stop it. No. I'm probably going to end up buying it, but it's not the point. We'll see. We'll see. If I need to do it on Sunday to try and get that other champion or to complete the champion chase, we'll do that. But I also do have the Broadmaws that I can do 3 of. I already have 1 ready just in case. If I need to do the other ones, then I'll do that. But that'll give me some points towards it as well. So we'll go from there. I did mess up and I did fuse one of these guys early because I was just like, let me take a look at him. Let me get him up. And I was like, oh, man, I should have waited. But I'll have the other one to fuse, and then I got that one from the champion, the Summoning Rush. And then we'll have this one to fuse as well. So go from there, see what we got, and I will level up Gnut. And, you know, for your Fire Knight teams, why don't you comment down below what you guys are using. Let me know if it's something that I need to try and throw in there. I do watch a lot of other content creators to try and do builds and things like that. It's just silver. Silver makes it hard. You got to figure out which ones are worth the time and money to put into because you're limited by the resources that you can get. So we'll go from there, see what we can do. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.